it is our intent to bring together the legal community to recognize the role of the General Counsel as a strategizer, enabler, and protector, and to felicitate their contribution to the growth of the Indian industry. That there is absolutely a case for seeking the statutory recognition for the General Counsel community as a specialized stream. As GCAI and as a founding member, and on behalf of all the founding members, I can say that we are absolutely committed to take this objective forward. This is our core objective. This is an association of General Counsels for General Counsels, and it is our intent to see this taken forward, and actually General Counsels being recognized for the expertise and the contributions that they bring. Besides this, we will continue our initiatives in trying to build a strong platform which creates an independent voice of the General Counsel, because there's going to be so much of collective wisdom that needs to be put to good use. We will also continue our mentoring and our training initiatives, and we will continue to work towards better corporate governance and also foster diversity and inclusion in its broadest sense.
First and foremost, heartiest welcome to everyone. From Manjari has listed everybody, but we really feel overwhelmed with your support and your agreeing to come for this event. Just to set the context, why General Counsel Association? There are many General Counsel Associations in the market. It was felt that we need to have a voice for the General Counsel community because in the process of implementation of law, we are the last mile where every implementation of every possible legislation, regulation that applies to the corporate India, the last mile is done by the General Counsels, and therefore, many a times we felt that it's important that our voice is heard. Secondly, we wanted to also get all the General Counsels across the country under one banner so that, there's far more greater cohesion and we are able to really put forward what we want to the necessary authorities. While in order to do that, the first and foremost thing that we thought as General Counsel Association is that we must build what is our key objective and key mission. And one of the things was that we wanted adequate recognition for the General Counsels. Today, a General Counsel works for 35 years, retires. Nobody knows that he's a part of the legal fraternity. It's important that we give that due credence and due recognition to that. And for that, obviously, one, we will do as General Counsel Association one part of it, but we also need to be seen as a part of the legal fraternity, one more stream of the legal fraternity. Today, the General Counsels don't have to suspend their license. They are not, and they're not eligible to be in any of the legal jobs or lateral moves or any of that. So that being our core objective, we also had a couple of more key objectives in the thing. We wanted accreditation, which is, as a part of that, we will be recognizing two of the General Counsels who've served the industry for nearly 40 years later in the evening. The other thing was that the advocacy part, we wanted to actually reach out to various authorities, various regulators, various bodies, and put forward our viewpoint from a real-time basis in terms of how do we implement. To give you an example, recently there was a circular on which practicing counsels could become board of directors, but in-house counsels had to go through a test, whereas it's the other way around, that the in-house counsels manage boards in and out for 30 years, and then they have to take another test to become part of the board. So those are some of the, and I don't think this happened with any malintent, it's just lack of understanding of the role maybe, or slip. The other 3-4 items is that we want to extend this association to be into training, imparting training and give all the tools. We have tied up with various law schools already, with three of whom we have already done a 1-year program. With MNLU Mumbai, we did an arbitration program for the students as an elective. We did one for NLU Delhi on the startup ecosystem. We did one with Rajiv Gandhi National Law University Patiala on aviation and defense. And as we speak today, we got an email from GNLU. They want us to do, and all this we are doing as a part of our giving back to the community. We don't charge them anything. We do this pro bono from amongst the general councils. The other 2-3 items is that we've realized that the ethical standards, because at the end of the day, general councils also come from the same society in which we all live, and it's important to set ethical standards for corporate India. And that's a part of a training module that we plan to start for all budding general counsels, in-house counsels, and senior general counsels. While that is something work in progress, we have already, at least each of the founding member, 9 of us, we have a mentee. So we have started a mentor-mentee program, which we want to extend now to the others. And all the mentees are doing exceptionally well in the respective companies that they are. The last but not the least, we wanted to make this forum really diverse and inclusive, and we didn't want it to have a narrow meaning of diversity as it is understood in terms of male-female ratio and all that. We wanted people, general counsels from all industries. That's why we want it to be spread across, so that today there is an automotive industry issue, then you have general counsels who can put forward their voice. There's something on the tech platform, then so it kept it diverse and inclusive. It is not a Delhi club, it's not a Mumbai club, it's an all India forum for which we had to actually go to Ministry of Consumer Affairs and really tell them that why are you not allowing us to have the General Counsel Association of India? Because the moment you use the word India, they wanted to know what is it. So broadly that's been we've taken baby steps, which are already there on our brochure. In spite of the headwinds for COVID and second wave and third wave, we still have managed to get about 10, 12 tie-ups with various institutions, ISPP being one, TERI being the other, NLU Delhi, NLU Mumbai. So the whole list is there. But to set the context for today, our core primary objective has been how do we get recognition for the general counsels as a body or as individuals. And in that, you would have seen there are articles, various things that are happening. And we have a website where we are putting up all the views and all of that. So to just set the context, today's agenda primarily is that how do we go about working towards recognition, and recognition to what extent? There might be challenges as we go about, and that's where we want to hear from the illustrious luminaries around, that how do we go about this?
My friends from the bar and those who are debarred, but all are friends. Yeah, who want to get this recognition as members of entry into the bar. Let me first congratulate you for forming this association. As I think when you are on a mission and you want some recognition to be given to you, or rather your rights should be recognized and should be conferred upon you, it is always better to work in unison and as a team, which you have started, and therefore I say that, because of that reason, I congratulate you and give you best wishes as well, that you succeed in your aim. I have seen now that many times case for opinion which comes, or many times I have seen and I have observed when a case is being argued and when the pleadings are filed, what is the contribution which the general counsel has given, and on that basis of which lawyer may have done something, and many times what general counsel has done, and if he or she is good, then lawyers don't have to even make any changes of comma and full stop also. So therefore, here, even on this score, there won't be any difference between a lawyer who is practicing in the court or who is a corporate lawyer on the one side and the general counsel.
I'm going to look at this problem through an economist's viewpoint. And for an economist, this is what we call entry barrier. That clearly what is happening is that some people who actually know, as has been mentioned before by both Mr. Bhasin and Justice Sikri, who clearly know the inner workings of business and the minute details, are unable to present their case, and therefore have to pass it on to somebody else, which essentially means that they are debarred from entering the marketplace for lawyers, and that for an economist is highly, highly inefficient. So I can understand the reasoning behind many things why you restrict certain practices. For example, government officials cannot work for the private sector while in the government as an official. I can understand all of that because the private sector's objectives are very different from the government's objective. They are not aligned, and therefore there could be conflict of interest. But the general counsel is working for the client. And therefore I don't understand why this law came in. So I seriously think that this is a great initiative.
The initiative that has been taken is something really wonderful. And, one sees that, with the opening of the economy and the coming of the multinationals, the role of the general counsels has become very important. And I consider 1991 as a watershed year from that year onwards. The mushrooming of the multinationals and the corporate world has given rise to, these general counsels playing a more active role in the corporate world. As far as the strategizing is concerned, as far as the corporate world is concerned, I mean, these days the buzzword is about ESG and, something which the general counsels can play a very active role in basically building capacity and basically sensitizing the corporate world in actually moving towards the ESG. So I think this is a very good initiative, and the more, the General Counsels Association becomes strong, I think these goals which the society is facing today will become more stronger and stronger only.